Can we be honest for a second? I know you're tired. Not the good kind of tired that comes after a long day of honest work, but the heavy, gray exhaustion that sits in your bones even when you just woke up. You lie there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, and you can feel it, the hum of anxiety in your chest. The numbers on your sleep tracker mock you. You have the blackout curtains, the magnesium supplements, the perfect temperature, yet your mind is racing like a wild horse in a burning stable. Do you feel that? That pressure to perform even when you're unconscious? It's not your fault. You've been told that sleep is just another task to master, another metric to optimize so you can be more productive tomorrow. But trying to force sleep is like trying to smooth choppy water with an iron. You only create more waves. There's a different way. A way that does not require effort, only surrender. The world we live in is obsessed with utility. We're taught from the moment we can speak that our value comes from what we produce. If we're not working, we must be improving. And if we're not improving, we're failing. This poison has seeped into our sanctuary. Sleepmaxxing is just the latest symptom of a sickness that says you must be efficient even in your dreams. You track your REM cycles like stock prices. You worry if your heart rate variability is optimal. You treat your body like a machine that needs a software update, and you get angry when it doesn't reboot on command. I know how heavy this burden feels. I've lain in that same darkness, my heart pounding, terrified that if I didn't get 8 hours of perfect sleep, I would be broken the next day. It's a cruel paradox, isn't it? The harder you try to rest, the further it runs from you. You're exhausted by the very act of trying to relax. We have turned the one thing meant to heal us into another source of performance anxiety. We are terrified of being unproductive, so we try to produce good sleep. But my friend, sleep is not a product. It is a return to the soil. Let me share a secret from the old masters, one that might sound strange to our modern ears. The sage Zhuangzi told a story about a tree. The cinnamon tree is edible, so it is cut down. The lacquer tree is useful, so it is slashed. But there was one tree, gnarled, twisted, with wood too knotty for coffins and leaves too bitter to eat. The carpenter called it the useless tree and walked past it. And because it was useless, it grew huge and ancient, providing shade for thousands of years. The carpenter saw failure. Zhuangzi saw genius. The tree survived because it refused to be useful to the axe. Here is the truth. You cannot sleep because you are trying to be the cinnamon tree. You are trying to be useful to tomorrow's schedule, useful to your boss, useful to your ambition. To find true rest, you must become the useless tree. For 8 hours, you must shed your utility. You must be good for nothing. When you are useless to the world puts down its axe, and finally, you are free to grow. How do we practice this art of uselessness? We do not add more gadgets, we subtract. Here is a simple ritual I call the casting off. First, we practice the severed link. 1 hour before you wish to sleep, you must physically separate from your device. Do not just put it face down, put it in another room. When you hold that black mirror, you are tethered to the world of utility. By putting it away, you are telling the world, I am no longer available to be used. It will feel uncomfortable at first, like a phantom limb. That's okay. Breathe through it. Second, when you lie down, enter the stone garden. Close your eyes and imagine you are a heavy gray stone at the bottom of a quiet pond. Stones don't have to-do lists. Stones don't worry about being productive. They simply are. Feel your limbs getting heavy, sinking into the mattress. If a thought comes about work, about money, about the future, say to it gently, "I am a stone. I have no hands to hold you." Let the thought float by like a leaf on the surface, while you rest deep below in the stillness. I know what will happen the first night you try this. The silence will get loud. Your mind, addicted to the noise of doing, will panic. It will scream, "You are wasting time. You should be planning. You should be worrying." It feels unsafe to be useless. We have been conditioned to believe that if we let down our guard, everything will fall apart. When this fear strikes, and it will, I want you to raise your shield. Whisper this phrase to yourself: "The world can wait for its worker." Remind yourself that the sun will rise whether you worry or not. The emails, the demands, the chaos, they will all be there tomorrow. You are not abandoning your post. You are taking off your armor so you can actually breathe. You are allowed to be nothing for a while. In fact, it's the only way you can ever truly be something. Imagine for a moment an empty bowl. It is useful precisely because it's empty. If it were filled with cement, it could hold nothing. Your mind is that bowl. By emptying it of utility, you create space for something far more precious: clarity, creativity, peace. Think of the useless tree again. Because it was not cut down for lumber, it became a sanctuary for weary travelers. By becoming useless to the industry, it became invaluable to the soul. That's your path. When you wake up after a night of being truly useless, you will not just be recharged, you will be restored. You will open your eyes not with panic, but with a quiet power. You will realize that by stepping out of the race, you have found a way to walk your own path. This silence belongs to you. It is the soil from which your life grows. If you seek a friend in the chaos, subscribe to the Jade discipline. We walk this path together, one step at a time. Remember, the useful are used until they break. The useless survive to witness the dawn. Rest well, my friend.